comparison is useless. So I can say that now. Why? Because we got an alternative. We got a place for you to go. We got food on the shelves, man. So come and drop those things. Drop your opinions about demigods and astrologies and recycling and your veganism to deliver you. You know? No, you can still use astrology. You can still be a vegan, but don't think that. Come to this path of real deliverance. Come through the narrow gate, man, and get this ecstatic devotion and find out that this is what life is really about. And then you engage in your occupation a little bit and do astrology charts or, media. Use all that stuff for God's service. You can do because you got the Word of God now. The Word of God, the will of God is to follow the real path and get the ultimate result like that. Not many paths. Don't follow the Narayan Raj path, right? Not when this is available. You can, okay, he helped you to an extent and everything. Come over here now. Come over here. Get the result instead of many lives. His word is many lifetimes before praying. This word, the Lord changed his mind now. Okay, he wants you to get in this lifetime. Get this word. This word is real. It's true. It works. We already have living witnesses and examples. So it's not like we're lying to you or bullshitting you. We're speculating. No, we got the real deal here, man. This is the science that works. This is the formula to get the result of love of God in this life even. That's right there, Freddie. That's how it works. Great, great verse. See, although great sage, you have very broadly described the four principles beginning with religious performances. You have not described the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. See, performances, you described, yes. See, the narrative, this is what I learned here dealing with this world. And this is what even people like this, that guy, Tate guy, Andrew Tate and this McAfee, they understand. They understand it's all narratives here. This is how Maya works. It's the narrative that people believe that's being given to them that sets their course and the course for future generations. So Maya's narrative now is dystopian. See, everything is dystopian. Everything in science fiction movies they want to put out, everything you see is their predictive programming. See, and they give you a certain narrative. People are being programmed. You can't see how they work. What I find is really amazing. The Lord gives me protection. I look at, how it said on this level of the world, these controllers, sub-controllers, they're not the ultimate controllers. They work for the dark force, you could say. They pass messages to each other through the mainstream media and through the movies. They can see that. They can see the codes and everything. And the beauty of this path is the Lord gives you the ability to see those codes and decode them, and you can see what they're doing. That's what I find interesting and fascinating, because when I watch movies and I watch the mainstream media, that's why you see I preach like I do. I integrated it in, so make bridges for people, make bridges for them to show them that there's somebody out here, because they're listening to this. Don't think this is all crafted. Maya is listening to this. She knows this stuff. Okay? This is also, she can send, Maya can send people here. Maya in the form of, you can call Maya the devil, Lord Shiva. Shiva's in charge of the destructive energies. That's what he does. He's a devotee. Maya is a devotee of the Lord, Maya Devi. She's a great devotee. Yeah, she has this task is destruction. It's part of the Lord's plan is, destruction, and maintenance is part of the plan, and creation is part of the plan. It just what time? Can you tell the times we're living in? Well, it's a destructive time. If you've noticed, things are being, see, the idea is to build back better. You got to destroy what was to build back better what is the vision of the ones giving the narrations. See? But you see, we're giving a narration too. See, this narration is so wonderful, so amazing. See, this is a narration. This is the transcendental knowledge narration. This is giving information that ties everything together. This is full knowledge of all truths. Can you imagine being armed with full understanding of all truths? Even the Illuminatis and the secret societies, they don't have this full knowledge, but they can. See, that's what this is. Could be attractive to even them. We have everything that they're still striving for. They're striving for more money, more control, and immortality. A devotee here has it all. They have control over the controller of the universe. And therefore, you don't have all that difficulty to control everything. Everything is already in order. You don't have to fight for supremacy because you have control over the supreme. Why would I need to fight for supremacy of the mode of goodness over passion or ignorance? My Lord already has supreme control over all of that, and I just get with my buddy, man. I just get close to my buddy, and everything is accomplished. Yeah, yoga Maya is much better. It's more fun. Yeah. See, so we have something for everybody. See, devotees, they can even give respect to Maya. They can give respect. See, demigods and Maya, they're all doing what they are empowered to do. Everybody is. This is all we can do. And as they tied together makes more sense than ISKCON and is more real. Yeah, well, comes from ecstatic worship. Everything gets more clear. That's why I love it, man. I love this path. It's perfect. And it's perfectly transmitted to others. It's beautiful. Yeah, we have a commodity, man. We have content here. You know how the people, they talk about content on Facebook. They're always trying to get content, but their content is not, compared to this, it's not very good. This is fantastic content. The contents, see, every day we're emptying the contents of Srimad Bhagavatam. See, emptying them out, giving them to the world, distributing the contents of Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Leelas, the holy name. We're distributing the contents of that. That's our content. And the beautiful thing of this, it just fills of it. It just rises more. It just, you empty it, and then it gets magically full again. From the same verses, we just empty more out. And I just read even the same verses come out and just more full now, just empty, give the content out. And this content, it has magic to it. It awakens who we really are. We're spirit beings, we're spirit souls. See, we need water. The water is these transcendental glories of the Lord. They're very true, very real. very nourishing for the awakening soul. Oh, this is Eric Woody. I was thinking it was the other Eric. Yeah, you got these. Yeah, yeah. Because see, Eric's sensitive. He's got. He even says that he has to be a little careful because his family might not understand. Some of these states. That's smart. You got to be smart. You don't want to be. Because if you get too out there and you're living at home, because you're living at home, he's got to be careful. Even Raghunath Das, he was like that. He was very sensitive. And when he found Lord Caitanya, man, he started to go wild. And Lord Caitanya cooled him down and said, hey, just keep it in your heart when you're at home, and just act like a normal person. But in your heart, you can be that, because your family won't understand. Because when he got a little wild there, they thought he went crazy, This is wonderful. This is not really crazy. People just, if you're in the material consciousness, you're more or less insane. You're not right in the head. Even Vaidhi Bhaktas, if you're just thinking life is about varnashram dharma and regulative devotional service, you're not completely cured yet. You need some more help, some more shiksha. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what you got to see, man. You have comparison. That's why when you stay here long enough, you can understand what is better for you. What is so that's the whole thing is progress, being progressive. Yeah. This is so fantastic, man. I'm so, God. Can this be true, Lord? If I'm thinking that way, it must be true. Of course it can. True means true. True is the best thing you can. Everybody should think what's true is the best experience in life I can get. That's the truest thing for you, right? So that's why I say stay here for a while. Stay here for 30 days. Really observe and everything and see if this is the best thing that's happened to you to date. And then consider that truth. The best realization you got today, then consider that true. The most nourishing understanding of life that you've got, and that's true. And then just wait to see if anything gives you anything better than that. But so far, a lot of the devotees here, like Lalita and Johan and Freddie and Govinda, they don't seem to be moving on. And others too. Must be good here. See, Krishna's all attractive, man. If you give the real Krishna, the ones who are really looking for the real Krishna, they'll be satisfied. They'll stick around, If I stop giving the real Krishna, they'll be out of here looking for, where's the real Krishna gone, man? If I want to keep friends around, I better be speaking the real Krishna, really talking about the real truth, And I can only do that if I stay close to my friend, my real, my invisible partner over there, over here, over there, wherever he is. Got to be overshadowed. Got to be in the cloud. Oh, I got to do some videos with that Uville. I really like that guy. He's part of the World Economic Forum. But his videos will be a great preaching tool to make a bridge because people are starting to really like him, you know, because he's got a kind of intelligence, you know. And he says it's all this natural selection and this free will. This is all over with now. He says now we're going to be creating life by intelligent design now because we can do it. See, you get corrupted by the opulences. You're able to use science to go and mess with God's intelligent design. Now you're going to give your less intelligent design on God's creation and create all these weird things, which they're already doing. And you consider that intelligent design. It's illusion. And he's praising that. And he says, yes, we're going to do intelligent design, you know, through the cloud, not the cloud of Jesus in the sky. See, he doesn't believe in Jesus. Oh, that's a story, fantasy. See, the demon types, you know. We're going to use the cloud in the sky, and the cloud in the Microsoft cloud. See, we're going to store your design, all design there. But, you know, in a sense, I say the same thing, you know, but not in their way. Yeah, it's all about the cloud, man. Are you overshadowed by the cloud of transcendence, man? Is the transcendental cloud moving through you, with you? You know, actually, in the Bible, in the Old Testament, that's the way it was back then. The Exodus and Moses and his following, he had followers. They followed him, but they all saw that there was a cloud following their group. That cloud was God. See, the cloud would follow them. They looked back and they saw this cloud following them. The miracle of God. See, but the cloud was back there still. They saw it in the back. They didn't quite know the God in the cloud, the God of the clouds, of the cloud. See, this Uriel guy also doesn't know the God of the real, you know, of the cloud, not this digital cloud thing. See, so you need to find the devotee, see, because we transmit this cloud into you. This cloud will overshadow your preaching and your life and will awaken you and sustain you. See, in your worship. You will worship like Lord Caitanya did. Worship the Lord inside, within and a hand. You call him up, call his name. Man. There he is. There is a beauty. There's your full power happiness, man. See? So we also have the cloud. And that cloud is not over in the back of us somewhere else. That cloud was over, we're in the cloud. See, we're in the cloud of God, the transcendental Lord, and that cloud is in us. See? Enables us to speak from the heart. See? But not, you know how people say, speak from your heart, and what do you give people? Well, you know, it's good just speaking what? Your Maya, basically, your illusions. Speaking from the heart, the material heart. See, the devotees speak from the spiritual heart. See, from the spiritual heart. I had this, you know, I had the experience of the awakening of the spiritual heart in the early 70s with Jesus. I noticed there was a love that awakens above my normal heart. See, this is where people usually feel it's material feeling in the heart here. But there's here, I thought, wow, when that awakened, man, I knew what real compassion is, real love is, true love, everything, see, comes, right? See? And you speak from that heart, see, where the choke come from there. Yeah, you want that kind of life? You want to be a soul winner? Well, come here, man. You want to win people back to the kingdom? You want to find out what the will of God is? You know what the will of God is? Jesus knew. Doing the will of God was to go through him because he was the door. He is the door now. Well, he leaves those keys in the hands of his real followers who have real Christ consciousness and real Christ love. Either you got it from a previous life and you brought it here, or you get it from the preaching, from the word of real devotees. Vaishnavism is the same. See, the will of God. And see, the will of God is, what did Lord come? Remember it says in Bhagavad Gita, those who know the reason that the Lord comes here. See, the will of God is the reason he comes here. And the purpose he comes here for. And the nature of his activities. They are liberated. They are go back to the kingdom. So that's why the Lord, Jesus said, my real brothers, my real mothers, my real friends are those who do the will of God. See? So the will of God was to go through Jesus when he was here. And it's still, the line is going, you got to go through the preaching of these devotees, of his real devotees. In our line is more clear. It helps, it enhances all lines. It enhances that line, if anybody wants to come. See? The real will of God is what? Oh, it's so apparent. It's so easy peasy. It's so clear. Why is it unclear? Because people's hearts are not clear. You got to hear that will of Lord Caitanya, who is God. Radha and Krishna, he was the love of God in person. He knew the will of God. He preached the will of God. And we also preach. We also know the will of God. The will of God is to come into the society of his intimate devotees and chant holy names in awakened ecstasy and nourish your bhakti. That's the will of God. That's what the Lord Caitanya came here to do, to taste the nectar and name and show by example how to be delivered easy peasy quickly. That's the will of the Lord. If you're doing some other path, even now, Varnashram Dharma, which was okay for the beginning, but now you get to know the real will of God, and therefore you will be delivered by following that will, acting according to that will, which is not Varnashram Dharma's strict following. Strict following of this word is deeper. It's more clarity on what is really the result of Varnashram Dharma. Ultimately, like what result could it be is to bring you to the devotees who teach you that the Lord came here to show his will and to follow in the footsteps of his will. What he wants intimacy. He wants you. Uncle Sam wants you. Lord Caitanya wants you in his army of intimate, ecstatic associates. That's his will. It's always been his will since he came in here into incarnation. His will in this Kali Yuga is that you become his intimate associate. Not become only a Varnashram. That's okay, that's the beginners. Anybody ready to come out of that into the real will, the confidential teaching of Chaitanya Charitamrita, which describes his real glory. And the real glory that you and everybody can get. To be intimate with the eternally immortal Lord, which makes you eternally immortal. Just comes with the territory. You don't even think of being liberated, but you are, just naturally. You're liberated in your glorification of the absolute truth as it is. Tasting those glories. Just distributing those glories by tasting them publicly. What a great way. I just turn on the camera and I taste the glories of the name and taste the glories of the preaching of the absolute truth as it is. Oh, just taste, 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 and deliver, deliver, deliver. Easy peasy, deliver people, man. I love it. Love that path, man. Love easy peasy. Doesn't everybody want the shortcut? Wouldn't everybody like to come to the front of the line? Do you like to stand in queues? You ever stand in a queue a long time to get a ticket on the seat? You come here, man. I just come here and I bring you to the front. Oh, you come into first class. Come, first class flight to Vrindavan. Very comfortable. Well, a little discomfort for a while, because of, what's inside you. We have to kind of get that out, man. Pull that out. Get rid of it, Throw it down the, you ever seen those toilets in the airplane? This is like an airplane with the toilet. You got to get the refuse out, so we just flush it down those air, you ever see that? You flush that toilet in the plane, it goes whoosh out into the material atmosphere. We don't need it. We've got our atmosphere. We're flying high. You want to learn any of this crazy wisdom, crazy, wonderful wisdom? You want to see the show of all shows? The greatest show on earth to this date? I'm telling you, now that I think about it, this is the greatest show on earth, man. See, greatest show. What are you showing in this world, man? What are you demonstrating in this world? What are you contributing to this world? Well, I'm only contributing this life's ultimate goal. I know it's not much. Life's ultimate goal, love of God, that's not even interesting to any of these gurus, obviously. What's the core preaching? Life's ultimate goal is all this crying and laughing and choking up and relishing the holy name. What is that? Ain't Krishna consciousness. There you go. There's your gurus, man. They don't, that's what they're teaching. You're teaching you other stuff, huh? Well, I'm going to teach this. I'm more committed to I really believe, I know this is the will of God to make you. He wants you. Lord Caitanya wants you, the ones who worshiping him in ISKCON and Gaudiya Samiti. He wants you in an intimate relationship with him. And he wants to show you that you will be fully satisfied. That you will find the ultimate happiness in this relationship. That no one can bring you to except this kind of show on the stage of the world. To broadcast this on the stage of the world. Broadcast these spotless glories of the Lord. Spotless. No spots. See, no spots on this tiger. How would you like to be a tiger without any spots? Well, you come and get my Lord and he'll use you. You'll become a tiger with no spots. You guys got quite a conversation going on. Wow, look at all those comments. Amazing. This is so fun. Isn't this fun, man? This is a kick, man. What entertainment, man. I love this Bhagavatam, man. It'll pull you right out of the illusory entertainments of this world, man. That's what it is. Everything's about attention. What captures our attention? That the controllers of the world know this. The sub-control. Let's call them sub-controllers. They know that the Maya is always trying to capture your attention, especially now, on Facebook. To look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, and then it's called. They even say it's distractions. They want to distract your attention from what? From this. Oh, this is the ultimate. This is the ultimate treasure, man. Maya's always trying to distract everybody's attention from this. Even those gurus are distracting you from this. Those sannyasis distracting you from this. Those little astrology, those ghosts that Maria sees, those things she believes so much in, they're distracting her from this. Everything is a distraction except this. See, the Lord wants to capture people's attention on this. See, this truths, this wisdom, this ecstasy, this happiness, this satisfaction of His transcendental senses, so we can be delivered forever in this. That's why you see the devotees, when they start communing with the Lord, they want to give full attention there. Because so attractive, more attractive than anything. See, we're in a ship. You see the ship here? We're in a spaceship going to Goloka. We're just cutting through the butter of the universe. It's just like butter now. It's not like thick goo, black goo. You know, everybody going through this thing in the goo. They're in the goo. We're in the butter, man. Just butter is nice and soft. We're going right through there. Unbelievable. Word ship. Govinda gets these, he really gets all these great analogies, man. The other Eric, okay, great. Yeah, we got two Erics here today. All right. Go look at Vrindavan or bust. I like that. Yeah, yeah. Everything else will be a bust, man. You know? See, this is Goloka Vrindavan and bust, the bust of the gopis, you know, the love of the gopis. Yeah. Goloka Vrindavan and bust. Yes, we want that bust, those bust. Love of Krishna, man. Those words which do not describe the glories of the Lord, who alone can sanctify the atmosphere of the whole universe, are considered by saintly persons to be unto a place of pilgrimage for crows. Talk about essence. Can you imagine? Compare this verse to the words people are speaking to themselves and to you that don't describe the glories. See, the words that do describe the glories give so much happiness to the devotees. See, Narada Muni knows, so that's why he goes around, he just speaks about the spotless glories of the Lord and stays happy. He chants the holy name with great ecstatic devotion and remains happy. He does this eternally because it's always ever fresh, it's ever deepening. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I think I got to stop for a while. Let my voice rest a little bit. So the second crew can watch the replay anyway. Or actually, I think Lalita Ganga, it's your turn, Lalita. You usually go. I've been kind of taking her spot. Her and River can go on, you know. Yeah, so Lalita, why don't you go on? Give a nice little class. Yeah, I'll watch. I'm sorry, hogging the show too much, man. It's so hard to give it up. Powerhouse, yeah. Yes, thank you there. Thank you, Karuna, for holding the space. It was Karuna here. He's giving the channels out and everything. Everybody, give Karuna your blessings. And the bleachers. Okay, so all right, so we'll see you in a little bit. So let's watch Lalita's show if she goes on. Or I don't know, whoever goes on. Yeah. I think Lalita, she's kind of like me. Has to go on, man. Just have to glorify the Lord. You know, what else is there in this world, man? And her glorification is so beautiful. And all the ecstatic devotees, man, it's just where real beauty is. It's something for us to really aspire for. Sorry, Janaki, I got up early again. See, we got the crew over there in America, so it's too early for them. They changed the time, so it's really early. It's like, yes, we'll go to Lalitaville. Okay, thank you very much, everybody.